Hi everyone, I am so excited to do this video blog today because it is probably the most exciting topic I've ever talked about, and that is why I chose nursing. So I just want to start from the beginning. I was 18 and I was in high school. I was really stressed out because I was trying to figure out what program I wanted to go into. I applied for every single program I could think of. I applied for health sciences, I applied for nursing, I applied for communications, I applied for commerce. I had absolutely no idea. All I knew is that I wanted to help people. And in any one of those degrees, I could have done that. And ultimately, I had a split-second decision I had to make, and I went with my gut and chose nursing. It was the best decision I could have ever made for myself. And I think it's the best decision I've ever made in my entire life. From my first nursing class, it really lit my soul on fire. There's something so beautiful about being able to come into someone's life at any time and having the honor of being trusted to care for them, and also being in a position where you can facilitate success and facilitate health. And I love being able to walk into a patient's room and empower them and make them smile and be that kind of light that they need in a very dark time. I have held someone's hand while they are dying, and I have also seen a baby being born. And in both times, I felt equally lucky to be in the position I was in because I was in a phase and part of someone's life that they will never forget and that their families will never forget. And regardless, that one is extremely sad and definite, and the other one could be the happiest moment of someone's life. It's amazing that I'm in a position to be able to be a part of that and to make that experience the best it can be. That is something that means so much to me. I kind of view nursing as something almost sacred, because how many times in your life are you going to be able to come into someone's life for such a short amount of time and have the power to change their experiences, have the power to be a companion, to provide counseling, and also to have skills that can make them ease their pain or treat them in a way that they feel better and relieve suffering. That to me is so sacred and so beautiful, and it's what makes me feel alive and feel driven to go to school every day and sometimes have to stay up all night and do my readings. It never seems like a job because I know that I'm going to help someone, and you don't do it for yourself, you're doing it for your patients and your future patients to be the best nurse you can be. So I understand I have never done shift work, and I have never had an overwhelming patient load that has made me feel like I was being swallowed whole. So my view is a bit green, and it can be considered a bit naive. But I think the important thing to remember, and that we all have to remember, is we have to take care of ourselves, because burnout, the incidence of burnout in nursing is very high. But how do we change that? It's recognizing and listening to our bodies when we need a break, and that we need to fuel our bodies with better food, and that we need to take care of ourselves better. That's the first part. And the second part is never forgetting why you became a nurse. I've been amazed to hear the stories of why people have become nurses. I became a nurse because throughout my early life, I saw many people pass away, and I understand suffering, and if I can alleviate that for someone or make the situation slightly better, or just be there and be a confidant to share anxieties and to share worries or share happiness, that's amazing for me. And so for me, I really feel that if I can do everything with love, and regardless if I feel like I have an overwhelming patient load and I'm stressed out, or the shift work is driving me crazy, that I still continue to hold myself to the same standards of doing everything with love. That is so important to me. Love can be in any form, and doing a simple bed bath or dressing a wound can be done with love, and it can be done with efforts to keep someone's dignity and to make them feel better and to relieve their suffering. So I just wanted to share a quote with you that I found in my Jean Watson book, actually, and it's from Okri, though. And it says, "In a world like ours, where death is increasingly drained of meaning, individual authenticity lies in what we can find that is worth living for. And the only thing worth living for is love. Love for one another, love for ourselves, love of our work, love of our destiny, whatever it may be. Love for our difficulties, love of life, the love that could free us from the mysterious cycles of suffering, the love that releases us from our self-imprisonment, from our bitterness, our greed, our madness engendering competitiveness, the love that can make us breathe again. Love a great and beautiful cause, a wonderful vision, a great love for another or for the future, the love that reconciles us to ourselves, to our simple joys, and to our undiscovered repletion, a creative love, a love touched with the sublime. And to me, if I can do everything with love and have positive intentions and go into my job and my training every single time saying I'm going to be the absolutely best nurse I can be for each one of my patients in the own individual way I need to be to care for them as individuals and their own selves the best, then if I could do that for one person, I would feel like my life is worth it. And I now have the honor of doing it for multiple people every time I go into work. And I can't imagine anything that could be better. But in the rare chance that I do feel discouraged sometimes, I always have a little charmed blank heart on my stethoscope to remind me that why I'm here, why I spend the endless nights reading, and why I practice my skills over and over and have chosen to be a nurse. And it's to make people feel better in any way that I can as a nurse. Let it be sitting and listening, or again, doing a wound dressing or a bed bath. It is all worth it, and it all has so much meaning, and I feel so lucky to have chosen nursing. I truly hope that if you're watching this and you're trying to figure out what you want to do, nursing absolutely isn't for everyone, but that you find that thing that sets your soul on fire and that makes you want to wake up in the morning and jump out of bed and be that person for someone or something and make a difference and do good to yourself. I really encourage you to do that. So I wish you all the best wherever you are in whatever position you are in, and that life takes you in the direction to find something that you love as much as I found in nursing. Take care, guys. Bye.